So I'm really not moving. I just really wanted another day dedicated to me. That's really what this is all about. I love John Bingham because he's a back-of-the-pack runner. He's a guy that runs races not to win, but because to him the journey is far more important than is the outcome. And I love that about his writing, and I love that about the concept of running, because not everybody can come in first place. I know that more than anyone. The second place winner is... And I haven't always been a gracious loser.
What are you talking about?
I own it. I own that. But in the second go-around with Articulators, I learned something here that I hope all of you can take from my experiences. And it's a very simple concept. The Articulators is founded upon 4 little words. How can I help? How can I help? When you reach out and you help somebody else, that is the moment that you free yourself from the expectations of the win and the loss, and allow yourself to just be immersed in the journey, to be able to look around at the faces that are walking beside you and appreciate what they give to you and what you have the opportunity to give to them. How can I help? My time here has taught me that it's not about the win and the loss. And it's easier to say when you've won. But I've learned that it's about the shared journey. There's 3 things that I want Articulators to take away from my time here that I hope that you've learned from my lessons here, that I hope above all that I've been able to teach you, and I want you to remember these 3 things. The first is that we are built upon shared stories. We have a plethora of shared stories out there. And the stories that we tell within the club are not dissimilar to the stories that we tell to ourselves. Because we are our most important audience. We are always listening to what we have to say. The shared stories that we have can either lift us up or hold us down. And I remember hearing when I first made my first run through the district tournament, at the evaluation contest, that Jeremy voluntold me I needed to do. I remember Michelle saying, nobody's ever made it to the finals. Yeah. That's the greatest thing in the world. But now look at where we've become. Look at the success that we've had. Not only have I made it to the finals, but so has Jeremy. So has John. We have 2 people competing at division in evaluations and 1 in speech on the 9th of December. That's not a story that we could share, and it's only because the stories you told yourself are about stories of what you can do, not about the stories of what you can't do. At the end of every journey, you may get a trophy, but this is not what's most important. What's most important is to realize that this is merely a benchmark and a stepping stone for what lies beyond, what lies within the next step. I would have never been able to win that if Jeremy and I had not sat out front of Denny's hatching this inane plan that both of us wanted to make the district finals and finish first and second. How can I help? How can I help pick Jeremy up so that the 2 of us can do something that no club has ever done? How can I help? And the second thing I want you to take with us are all the artifacts. Now, artifacts aren't just trophies and aren't just ribbons, but they're all the things that we use to showcase what we're about. We are the club that closes restaurants. And ironically, the one restaurant that probably should be closed is the one that we keep in business.
Thank God the door's closed.
Right? What you're taking with you is indigestion. But you're also taking with you Not just the shared stories, but also the relationships that you've been able to gather. You're taking with you the agendas that you collect, the little notes that you keep, the phone numbers that you store in your phone, and the ability to reach out and say, thank you. And how can I help? Because that's what it's all about. And the third thing, and I think the most important thing that I want you to take from my experiences here, are that at one point all of us are going to walk through this door one last time and leave. And it's sad. But when you do, I want you to remember this. You helped. Because when I walked through the first time, I was not the person I am when I walked through the last time. There's something magical when you are willing to be vulnerable to relationships, to be vulnerable to stand up here and bare your soul, to be vulnerable to say, I need help, I don't know, I want to get better. This is a club and this is a group that together we have been the sails that raise all, has been the tide that raises all ships. We've been the sail that helps us move forward. This is a club that's unlike any other club. And I will not find this club in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Usually I will barely find any club. But what I will take most from here is your willingness to help, your gratitude to help. All of you had the most fortuitous opportunity at one point to find this incredible misfit of people that together have become a Thursday morning family. We bicker and we argue, but we also love and we help. There's nothing more that you can do in life that's more important than to reach out and tell somebody, I'm here. I'm here to help. I'm only moving. I'm not dying. So if you need my help, call Jeremy. Reach out to me. Phones, I understand, still work in Fort Wayne. There are carrier pigeons trained to find me in Fort Wayne. And I believe with a good wind, smoke signals will reach me in Fort Wayne. But more than anything, while there may be miles between our smiles, there will never be distance between our hearts. Thank you.
I hope our grammarian wrote that down. That was good.
Yeah.